Would you be willing to participate in the Barbie movie recording, but in exchange, you would have to go without using your cell phone for more than 30 days? The Barbie movie is a tremendous success, and believe it or not, part of it is thanks to the bunch of rules that the crew established during the film's production. And I have to tell you, some of them are really fun, but others are quite cruel. As we know you've got curiosity in your DNA, we've gathered the 10 rules created on Barbie film sets that you had no idea about. So, let's take a look. Number 1. Dance lessons. If you haven't watched the Barbie movie yet, but you paid close attention to the trailer, you surely noticed that there are many dance scenes in the Celebrity Dolls feature film. These dance scenes were included in the movie to bring more joy and convey the spirit of happiness that the world of Barbie represents. After all, who else would dance every night just for fun if not the Barbies and the Kens, right? The important detail is that all the dance scenes had to be meticulously choreographed before they were filmed, and it was no small task. It was one of the rules that everyone rehearsed as much as they could in their free time. Well, almost everyone. Ryan, the main Ken, began his performing career as a dancer in his childhood before becoming a teenage actor. So, he helped the rest of the cast more than he practiced, to tell you the truth. He even almost won an Oscar for a musical film where he danced a lot, called La La Land. Number 2. Pink fine. Undoubtedly, this was the most unusual and outgoing rule created during the entire filming of the Barbie movie. Margot Robbie, who portrayed the doll, wasn't just the film's protagonist, but also one of the main producers. Therefore, part of the film's success depended not only on her performance, but also on how the movie would be produced. That's why she wanted everyone, absolutely everyone, to embody the Barbie spirit, including the men who were part of all the film crews. Thus, she created the rule that on a certain day of the week, everyone had to be wearing pink on the movie set. And, believe it or not, she took it very seriously, personally collecting the amount to be paid by those who didn't comply with the rule. But, of course, the payment was optional. The coolest part is that the money collected was donated to a charity organization. However, we believe it wasn't much, as everyone got into the spirit and decided to wear pink, even on days when there was no fine imposed. Moreover, the men themselves, who naturally would have fewer pink clothing options, came together and had hot pink shirts with rainbow prints made for all of them, paying for it out of their own pockets. Pretty cool initiative, don't you think? Number 3. No Chroma Key. For those who have never heard of Chroma Key, it's that background, usually green, used when computer graphics are going to be used in movie and series scenes. And, considering that it's a fantasy film, it would be almost certain that many special computer effects would be used in the Barbie movie, right? Wrong! Director Greta Gerwig, who was responsible for defining this aspect of the film, set a rule in the production that only non-essential computer effects would be used. As a result, she and the Warner team created various colorful wooden sets to represent scenes where Barbie and Ken are traveling the world by arm, rocket, car, and bicycle. Everything was done with a lot of manpower, requiring even the grips to be under the sets, manually turning cranks or holding things, like the seagull that scares Ken.
None of it's CGI, and it's just presentational as if you were watching a play.
The fact is that the rule was followed, and Chroma Key was never used, although some minor computer effects were used in a few small parts of the movie. Number 4. Hens Work Out together. Just as there were several Barbies in the movie of the greatest and best doll of all time, 12 to be exact, many Kens were also selected to be part of the cast. If the Barbies had to be perfect, the Kens couldn't fall too far behind. And if there's one thing the Kens had to be in this movie, it was muscular. With that in mind, Greta, the movie director, determined that they all had to work out together for a certain period before filming began. The director's order had 2 main objectives. The first was to ensure that the Kens had a boyfriend-worthy shape, which Ryan Gosling certainly achieved. And the other objective was to make them compete with each other so that they could reflect the same behavior in the film scenes, as the 2 main Kens compete fiercely for the attention of the main Barbie, portrayed by Margot Robbie, which, let's be honest, is a lot of fun to watch. Number 5. No cell phones on set. This one will shock you. It's a very common rule on film sets to ban cell phones, as silence and attention are 2 essential things in filming a movie or series episode, which, let's be honest, smartphones can really disrupt. So, during filming, nobody, not even the director herself, could have a cell phone, and if they did, it had to be turned off. But, tell us, could you follow this rule if you were working on the Barbie movie? Comment below the maximum amount of time you can go without using your cell phone in your daily life. I really want to see the answers down here. Number 6. Skating for sure. Another cool rule that was necessary was the roller skating practice, as not only Barbie and Ken, but also other characters in the movie, like America Ferrera and Ariana Greenblatt, who play the mother and daughter Gloria and Sasha. Roller skating is truly a lot of fun, but it requires a bit of practice, especially if you haven't done it for many years, as was the case with America Ferrera. So, the film production set this determination in place, first to avoid accidents, and second, to ensure the scenes were filmed swiftly. And as Margot Robbie had more experience in the matter, having already done 2 films where she had to skate, Tanya, and Birds of Prey, it's not hard to imagine that she lent a helping hand to her fellow cast members. Number 7. No stunt doubles. This rule didn't come from the director, but from the lead actress herself, Margot Robbie. So, you might be wondering, it's not an action movie, why would they need stunt doubles? Well, for quite some time, since the movie trailer was released, many people thought that the scene with the perfect feet, walking without high heels, had been done by a professional dancer, as only dancers have the necessary skill to walk like that. What people didn't know was that Margot Robbie did ballet as a child, and she didn't want any stunt double to do the scene for her, even if it required 8 takes to get the perfect shot. But it was definitely her, and she doesn't like it when people say the feet weren't hers. Number 8. Movie nights. This wasn't exactly a rule, but it sort of became a routine. You might not know this, but during film shoots, actors stay away from their homes for quite some time and spend a lot of time together during the filming period. So to create a more fun and friendly atmosphere, Margot and her husband, Tom Ackerley, decided to have weekly movie nights where everyone would watch films, eat popcorn, and get to know each other better. The idea worked so well that everyone looked forward to movie night with excitement. A brilliant idea from the couple. Number 9. No laughing allowed. Ryan Gosling was handpicked to play Ken, so much so that he was the first and only choice to portray Barbie's boyfriend. And we have to say, he was really funny in the role of Ken. And it's not just us saying that. Margot Robbie herself stated the following: "Ryan is the most talented comedic actor I've ever worked with. He's incredibly gifted, and I ruined most of his takes because I was laughing at all of it." So, in a way, laughing was forbidden, as every time someone laughed, the scene needed to be filmed again, sometimes from the beginning. Number 10. Everything literally pink. The truth is, a Barbie movie wouldn't be any fun if it wasn't entirely pink. After all, this color is so iconic for the doll that there's even a patented Barbie pink shade. And that's exactly what the film production had in mind, which is why the team simply bought up all the pink paint that existed in Hollywood. Literally. The rule was that the entire set, from top to bottom, had to be fully adapted to the reality of what Barbie's city would look like if it existed in the real world. So, the set team created a miniature version of Barbie Land, completely painted and set up to mimic the larger version. And that's when the paint simply ran out, because it was all used to coat absolutely everything you could imagine with the colors of the world's most famous doll. The movie director, Greta Gerwig, revealed in an interview with Architectural Digest magazine that they used so much pink paint on the set created to represent Barbie's city that a certain shade of pink, the boldest and most vibrant, literally ran out worldwide. She said, "The world ran out of pink. Keeping that childish thing was essential. We needed the pink to be vibrant and excessive. I didn't want to forget what made me love Barbie when I was a little girl." Hence, the director's rule was to use fluorescent pink, the really eye-catching one, wherever possible. And a lot of paint was needed since the movie set was built across 3 floors of the Warner Brothers studio in London, where the scenes were filmed. Number 11. Pajama Party. Another fun thing that was a determination from the Barbie movie director was a pajama party among the women involved in the film's production. Greta simply demanded, in a playful way, that all the actresses playing the 12 Barbies, and also those in other roles, like America Ferrera, participate in a night of games, laughter, and many other things that only they know, as the event was extremely exclusive. Even the Kens couldn't participate. Only 2 of them were at the location but couldn't stay all night because, after all, the night was for the girls, in true Barbie style. But all the other Kens were able to talk to all the girls via video call, wishing them a fantastic pajama party. The event was greatly enjoyed by all the women from the various film crews who participated, and it took place at a hotel in London that was reserved for this specific purpose. Those who work in Hollywood have these, in quotation marks, terrible obligations. These were the 11 rules that the Barbie cast had to follow during filming. Which one caught your attention the most? Comment down below so we can know. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye-bye!